O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Thank you. Please be seated. I'd like to provide the land acknowledgement at this time. We acknowledge with respect the history, spirituality, and culture of the Anishinaabe, Six Nations of the Grand River, Haudenosaunee, and the Wendat, Wyandot, Wyandot peoples, on whose traditional territories we gather and whose ancestors signed treaties with our ancestors. We recognize also the Métis and Inuit, whose ancestors shared this land and these waters. May we all, as treaty people, live with respect on this land and live in peace and friendship with all of its diverse peoples. So hello, everyone. I'm really honored to welcome all of you, council, senior management team, staff, guests, and the viewing public. Thank you for being here as we begin the 2024 Grey County Council session. I'm going to turn it over now to our clerk, Tara Warden. We will take the roll call. Tara.
Thank you, and good evening, everyone. Councillor Mackey.
Present.
Councillor McKay. Councillor Carlton. Councillor Pringle. Councillor McQueen. Councillor Nielsen. Councillor Patterson. Councillor Dickert. Councillor Kentner. Councillor Keaveney. Councillor Body. Councillor Gregg. Councillor Milne. Councillor Dobreen. Councillor Matrosovs.
Present.
Councillor Bourdignon. Councillor Eccles. Councillor Hutchinson.
Present.
Thank you. We have all members in attendance today. So the procedures that we will be following for this meeting are set out in the county's procedural bylaw. The deadline for nominations was November the 28th, 2023 at 12 o'clock noon, with one nomination being received. I will ask the candidate their intention to run for office, and then each nominator of the candidate will then be entitled to speak in support of their candidate. The procedural bylaw limits each nominator to 5 minutes. Because the warden will be acclaimed at this evening's meeting, the purpose of today's meeting is to swear in your head of county council and the Grey County Warden for the 2023-2024 year. It is the role of the head of council to act as the chief executive officer of the municipality, to preside over council meetings so that its business can be carried out efficiently and effectively, and to provide leadership to the council and to represent the municipality. So at this time, I need a motion to elect the warden for a one-year term. Is there anyone that can move that motion? Councillor Eccles, is there a seconder? Councillor Gregg, all in favor? Are there any opposed? That motion is carried. To confirm nominations, they were received in writing for the Grey County Warden for the 2023-2024 year as follows. For Councillor Brian Milne, moved by Councillor Matrosovs and seconded by Councillor Bourdignon. Councillor Milne, do you wish to have your name stand for Grey County Warden? Thank you. At this time, I will ask Councillor Matrosovs, followed by Councillor Bourdignon, to provide comments in support of their candidate. Councillor Matrosovs.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. I asked Warden Milne if I could nominate him because I believe that his leadership has been excellent in the last year and in a challenging a challenging year ahead, I support that continued leadership. He has respected our blend here on council. Half of us come with experience and with input from what has been done in the past, but the other half of us have arrived new with fresh ideas. I believe Warden Milne has respected that balance. When I needed guidance, he has provided that thoughtful input. I have heard him engage with others. I have heard him support in the same. Warden Milne understands that we are stronger together and that we can achieve more when we work rather as individual municipalities, but leaving those hats by the door and putting on our Grey County Council hat. We are meeting the needs of Grey County residents, including some very deep needs that will only be solved on a county-wide effort. He encourages collaboration, trust and understanding, and teamwork. And it is only under this kind of teamwork that we have been able to identify and be able to uplift the mandates that we have in environmental sustainability, social sustainability, and economic sustainability. I respect Warden Milne's profound commitment to reconciliation, inclusiveness, and diversity. He calls all of us to collaboration based on trust and understanding. And it is for this reason that I support and ask to nominate Warden Milne. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Councillor Bordignon.
Thank you. Some people ask, what is a warden? By definition, a warden is a custodian, a defender, or a guardian. Warden is often used in the sense of a watchman. It can be referred to also as a head official. Warden is identical to guardian, both terms deriving from Old French gardener of dramatic origin or warden, meaning to watch and protect. And Brian does that at every meeting. He presides over us. He watches over council and staff. Let's take a look back at a year ago at Brian's inaugural address to Grey County. He had one clear message: together we're stronger. He was right, and to use the warden's own words from his farewell address to County Council just last month, 12 months later, we're running at full speed. He was pleased to see a true sense of cohesion around the table. That isn't to say that we always agree on everything, but he believes that we've established trust and understanding, which allows us to work together. We are stronger together, and we have shown that all this year. I believe that for the coming year. We still have a lot of work ahead of us, and I know there are more challenges to overcome, and I have complete confidence that we'll meet those challenges. I'm not sure if those challenges include figuring out after all these years not to schedule a planning report before lunch, or if there's a difference between a McKay councillor or a Mackey councillor. But one thing is certain, I have complete confidence that we can and we will meet those challenges as a team. And with Brian at the helm of County Council as our warden for this coming year. With 18 strong and determined people charting the course for our Grey County objectives, we do need a leader who understands teamwork and forward thinking. To me, Brian does both, not only with integrity, but humor, along with good nature. He makes it his priority that both staff and council voices are heard. Not only heard, but he looks for a path forward and a solution that's suitable to all. As we push forward as a team with an ambitious goal plan and objectives for 2024, I can honestly say that we're in very good shape with Warden Milne leading the charge for another year. It is my pleasure to support the nomination of Brian Milne as Grey County Warden for the 2024 council term.
Thank you. So with that, I'm pleased to announce that the warden for the 2023-2024 year is Warden Brian Milne. If I could ask you to, if you could join me beside the podium at this time, please. And you can recite your oath of office.
I, Brian Milne, having been elected or appointed to the office of warden in the municipality of the County of Grey, do solemnly promise and declare that I will truly, faithfully, and impartially exercise this office to the best of my knowledge and ability. I have not received and will not receive any payment or reward or promise thereof for the exercise of this office in a biased, corrupt, or any improper manner. I will disclose any pecuniary interest, direct or indirect, in accordance with the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act. I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to His Majesty King Charles III. And I make this solemn promise and declaration conscientiously believing it to be true and knowing that it is of the same force and effect as if made under oath.
Thank you. And at this time, I would invite Past Ward McLean up to present the chain of office.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, and at this time, we can go to the dais and carry on with the meeting. We can share it.
Well, I have to say, it is pretty cool to be nominated by somebody that is literally sitting on the other side of the planet. Thank you, Andrea. Thank you, Peter. Madam Clerk, county councillors, county staff, past wardens, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. To my fellow county councillors, thank you for the opportunity to lead this council for the next year. It is an honor to be named warden of Grey County. And again, thank you to Councillor Matrosovs for nominating me and to Councillor Bourdignon for seconding that nomination. The town of the Blue rocks in my mind. One of the 4 themes of the recently updated strategic plan for Grey County is building communities for the future. In part, it states that Grey County Council will make decisions and take actions that consider the long-term social, natural, and fiscal sustainability of our communities. Lofty goal indeed. I recall a number of years ago, a councillor, and I actually think it was Councillor Pringle at the time, saying that the budget process was an eternal struggle to find an acceptable percentage tax increase. Looking through the other themes of the strategic plan and the various priority actions, nowhere does it refer to maintaining an acceptable percentage tax increase. No, it speaks, among other things, about building Grey County, telling our story, planning and building infrastructure, taking action on climate change, and, my favorite, working collaboratively with member municipalities. These are the actions of a council committed to building a community that has a place for everyone, a community that everyone feels safe in and can participate in. Now, these are not identified actions of any council, but of this council. None of this is to suggest that we just keep increasing budgets because we can. And I'm sure there are some that are more happy to hear that than others. So let's go back to that acceptable percentage tax increase. What is it? Is it 0%? Is it 1, 2, 8, 12, or more? My point here is this. A number is just that, a number. We as community builders need to ask ourselves, what do our residents and visitors require? And then figure out how to provide those requirements in a fiscal manner that is affordable to our community. Never mind what the percentage is. Here in Grey County, and that includes at our member municipalities, we are blessed to have some of the best municipal staff in Ontario. With their considerable expertise, they will help guide us in any number of issues, not least of which is achieving that elusive, affordable budget. My experience as warden during the past year is that this council is up to the challenge. This council understands the importance of working together. Working together includes not just everyone around this table, but includes our community building partners, and there are many. One example is Georgian College. The work being done at the college to address the changes in the labor market is exceptional. The degree in nursing program, learn and stay grants, support for skilled trades, and training the mariners of tomorrow is exciting stuff. We need to be tireless advocates for Grey County. That includes holding other levels of government accountable. We must challenge when necessary. As warden, I can assure you I will do that, whether it is as a member of the Western Ontario Wardens Caucus, at Queen's Park, or on Parliament Hill. Strong relationships with and support of our community partners, including First Nations, is having a real and positive impact on everyone's success. Everyone here is engaged and focused on the task at hand, and I truly believe is committed to building our communities to be the best they can be. Together we are stronger, and together we will build our communities for the future. Thank you. Miigwech. I need a motion to adopt the warden's address. Councillor DeBreen, second by Councillor Eccles. All those in favor? That is carried. Other remarks and introductions. I've been looking forward to the next speaker for quite a little while now. I want to invite Duncan McKinley to bring greetings on behalf of the past wardens. Welcome, Duncan.
Well, thank you, Mr. Warden, and first off, congratulations on your appointment as Warden of the county for the year. The first thing I'd like to do is introduce ourselves. I'm Duncan McKinley, past Warden of 2012 and 2013. We have Mr. Murray Betts, past Warden of 1975. Mr. Howard Gregg, past Warden of 1993 and 2000. Arlene Wright, past Warden of 2010 and 2011, and Selwyn Hicks, past Warden of 2019, 2021, and 2022. Now, Mr. Warden, I had prepared quite a lengthy speech, and I ran it by my chief advisor, and she said KISS, which you all know what that means. So I prepared just a few words. And I must say, Mr. Warden, they echo what I've heard tonight from yourself and from your nominators and seconder. But I'm going to say them anyway, because I think it is no harm coming from our experience along here and the other past wardens who have had difficult economic times and difficult decisions to make. So what I'm going to say, Mr. Warden, is it's an honor to be selected by your county council as their leader, but it's also a great responsibility, and I know you know that. The current economic climate is going to require you to challenge and lead council as they seek innovative and effective financial management tools that are respectful of your taxpayers. At the same time, you will need to remain focused on providing the services and infrastructure to serve the needs of our Grey County residents, some who are very vulnerable in this economic climate. You'll also need to keep your eye on supporting the Grey County economy in what roles you as county council can take. In these tough times, you must do more than just weather the storm. You must move through the challenges that are ahead to position Grey County for success in the future. On behalf of the past wardens, I wish you and County Council all success in meeting the challenges of the year ahead. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you very much, Duncan, and yeah, inspiring words. Thank you. Thank you very much. So there are a few folks I'd like to recognize and introduce this evening, and over the years, I've found that you can't do politics unless your family is supportive, and mine certainly have been, although at least that's what they tell me. They say they're supportive. I don't know. I hope they are. But first is my dear wife, Debbie, and she's here tonight. She's the love of my life, and she has long suffered my interest and involvement in politics. So thank you, dear. Our daughter, Sarah, son-in-law, Brandon, and their two children, Allie and Harvey, they live out west in BC, and they're watching online tonight. So I don't know. Hi, Allie. Hi, Harv. Our other daughter, Emily, and son-in-law, Stefan, and their son, Max, who is, I think he's 2 months or maybe just a little more than 2 months old now. They live on Vancouver Island, and they're also all watching online. So hi, Max. And our son, Alexander, and daughter-in-law, Alicia, and their daughter, Eva, they live at Drumore, which is just down the road from where I am, and they couldn't be here either. I mean, daycare, jobs, life, people just, they can't be everywhere at once. So hi, Eva. Mom and Dad chose to stay home tonight, warm by the fire. Dad turned exactly 88 years old a month ago, so he can do as he pleases now. He was in the bush yesterday cutting wood, so okay, you can take the day off, Dad. As mayor of Southgate, I also recognize that to do the job of warden, I need the support of my local council and staff. All have been unfailingly helpful and supportive. And I have one of my counselors, Councillor Shipston, is here this evening. Martin, welcome. And of course, Councillor DeBreen, or Deputy Mayor DeBreen, has been very helpful as well. Really, though, at the end of the day, it's those 4 grandchildren that compel me to help build communities for the future, because that's it really, any of that are grandparents, it changes you. It really does. I'm a proud grandpa here, and I can't say enough that it just it inspires me to work harder, knowing that they're going to have a world to grow up in. And finally, some of you may have heard me say this before, and I'm not sure how to interpret it, but all my ancestors who are surely watching over me tonight, thank you for your inspiration and your quiet words of wisdom. I need a motion to adjourn if somebody is so inclined. Councillor Patterson and Councillor Mackey. All those in favor? That is carried. Thank you very much. And I got it right. I got it right. Now, there is a reception after, and I'm sure that's what most of us are here for. It's downstairs in the lower lobby. The washrooms are just outside the door here if somebody is so inclined as well. And there is an elevator there as well if the stairs are a challenge. Councillor Matrosov, you have your hand up. I apologize. I didn't see it till now. I was watching this new guy over here. I don't know who he is, but claims he's the deputy mayor of Blue Mountains. But go ahead, Andrea.
Thank you. No worries. I waited until adjournment to put my hand up just because I did want to just bring some good news to Grey County. So as some of you know, I am here on a 9-hour time difference. So it's 2 o'clock in the morning. No meeting conflict here at the moment, but here in Dubai, participating as one of 150 mayors at the local action summit. So for the very first time, there has been a presence of subnational leaders to be able to inform the national policies that are derived and that are collaborated with the countries. It has to be an actual viable solution down at the local level. So policies and commitments are great on a national scale, but we have to make sure that we can actually translate that to what we are looking at doing. And I wanted to bring a proud moment to, I have brought both the future story here from our town, the Blue Mountains, which is our integrated community sustainability plan to Dubai. And I have brought Going Green and Grey to the conversations with other upper tier representation from literally every continent of the world that's here representing. So I will continue my work while I'm here. And I wanted to let you know that we are we are coming to the table with commitment, and we are coming to get to the table with doable actions like we have here with going green and gray. And I'm very proud to be here, not just representing the town of Blue Mountains, but also to be able to speak as a counselor from Grey County Council about how we can work on our sustainability, our environmental sustainability goals together as we do. So thank you very much. I wanted to share that exciting news that our work has made it across the globe.
Thank you very much, Andrea. Thank you very much. Give them hell and safe journey home. All good. So we are adjourned.